All right, what's up, everybody? This is Dante from East Coast Gridiron. I just want to first of all say thank you for everybody that subscribe and like the videos on the channel. We never asked for that stuff, and you guys did, and we always appreciate it. But today's topic of discussion, as you see by the title, is all about Deion Sanders. I have a lot of opinions on what has happened thus far, the whole move of him going to Colorado from Jackson State, and why I think maybe some people are looking at it in a different light, but I'm gonna kind of give my perspective on it. So the news that broke that, a couple days ago, that Deion Sanders is going to be Colorado's new head coach, that he was going to bring in a couple people. He's actually, breaking news today is that he's bringing in Willie Taggart, former Florida State head coach, FAU head coach, Oregon head coach, and I believe he was Western Kentucky's head coach at one point too, which is a great hire. I mean, he's a recruiting beast, but I don't think necessarily he's a great head coach. But bringing Primetime in, man, is a huge move. And every time I hear him talk, every time I see him address the team, I become more of a fan of his, and I encourage you guys to go watch some of the videos. The talk that he had to the team was absolutely incredible, and it made me want to change my age and go back to college and play for this guy. He's going to be a great coach wherever he goes, and I see it by the way that he actually talks about things that need to be done, and not accepting less than the best. And some people consider him the best football player of all time. Definitely up there. Let's go to the fact that I think, just to kind of get this video started, I think that people are looking at this whole move completely wrong. And to be honest, it kind of pisses me off the way that people are putting so much responsibility on his shoulders. Let's paint out the path for you here. He was a high school coach with the Suns. We get it. Goes to Jackson State. Flips all kinds of recruits. Flips the #1 recruit in Travis Hunter that was supposed to go to Florida State. And we all know how Prime is. Whenever you say that somebody their freshman year is better than you when you were in your freshman year in college, that's a huge deal. So Travis Hunter going to be a great player. He comes over in the transfer as he moves to Colorado. His son Shador is coming over, who I think, first of all, should be a Heisman Trophy candidate. But it is what it is. For everybody to act like because he gets up and takes himself from one school that happens to be HBCU and goes on to Division I school in Colorado, and is now considered in the Power 5 because Colorado is part of the Pac-12. He's been teasing this for weeks, and every single interview that you've seen up to this point, he has said that he's going to entertain the idea of him going to a Power 5 school. For people to act like this is such a surprise is crazy. Yes, I know Auburn's name was thrown in there, Nebraska, but nobody expected him to sign to Colorado. I think it's a very good move. But back to the point at hand, it is not his responsibility to keep what he has built for HBCU schools going. And I'll get to my point here in a little bit. Let's first go through the resume of Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders started coaching Jackson State in 2020. His record was 27-5 during that time as a first-time college coach. He had one 11-win season last year, which has never been done in the history of Jackson State. First undefeated season. If we're talking about 11 wins, they definitely didn't have an undefeated season. They had that this year, and he won back-to-back SWAC conference championships. What other coach has done that I get that it's Jackson State, but that school was dog water. He just was impactful for his stint there. I mean, they had a practice field that was terrible. He got Walmart to come and revamp their practice field. He's going to be a very impactful dude for Colorado. Colorado sucked this year, and I think instead of him taking the easy road, he went to the hardest path possible and going to a Power 5, but going to one of the crappiest football programs as of this year so far. And so far, I'm acting like they're going to play in a bowl game. They suck. They're going to be sitting on the couch here. I just don't think it's fair that people think that because he left that he's leaving HBCUs in the dust and that he doesn't care about black students and this was for him. Look, first of all, that's not his responsibility. You guys should be thanking him, thanking the heavens that somebody like his stature came in and actually had success. That's first. He had the most pressure on him right there. First time college coach, came in, had a lot of success, had more success than any college coach of all time in their first year, making an impact. So I don't think it's fair that people are saying, he's given up on HBCUs. That's not his responsibility. Let me throw out a couple names. Hugh Jackson is now Grambling State's coach. Grambling State has been known to have a lot of success over the years as a HBCU. He was an NFL coach. He was under Marvin Lewis. It's up to him to carry the mantle now. People like him. Eddie George, probably future Hall of Famer. Tennessee Titans great. Tennessee State's coach right now. It's up to people like him who has, I don't want to say he has a similar stature to Deion, but he was a very impactful player. What about him taking the mantle and taking the torch forward? Like, they have guys there, and I'm sure I'm missing a lot more coaches and players right now that are coaches in HBCUs. Deion did something that nobody else did. Came in, high profile figure, had those kids winning, built the path for HBCU schools to be considered for especially African American kids to come there and actually be an impact. And now, unfortunately, he's moving from Jackson State over to Colorado. I know it hasn't been confirmed, but I'm sure that's the move that's happening next. I appreciate Deion for what he's done. I think everybody else should appreciate the things that he's done that nobody else was willing to do and had success doing it. He had double of the hard time that anybody else would have had, taking a very crappy school in Jackson State that nobody really talked about and made them a powerhouse. I can't wait to see what he does. And he's taken another hard road, and he's serious about them being one of the best schools out there, just like they were in the early 90s. I believe in 1990s when they won their national championship. And that's what he wants to bring back. And I'm excited for him. I just hope everybody out there just pumps the brakes on this whole, he's giving up on HBCU schools and things like that. You absolutely don't know what the guy's done. You know, he was straight up and down with his kids at Jackson State, and he's straight up and down with his kids at Colorado. Don't let this be a surprise. I hope you guys take a little bit from this. I know this is more of an emotional video than what I do, but I think it's important for us to take a step back and realize and be thankful that some guy like Deion came into a smaller school, gave them success, and has built the path for them to continue their success moving forward. Like I said, this has been Dante with East Coast Gridiron. I hope everybody has a great holiday season. If I do not make another video before Christmas time, come to the live streams. We do a live stream every Monday, every Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings for your college and NFL fix. Everything football here. We appreciate you guys, and have a great rest of your week.